What is going on, guys? It is a Saturday morning and it has been a minute since my last upload. Today I figured I'd just take you through a day in the life, consequently to a full day of eating, which happens to fall on my first official high day of this calorie deficit that I've been running for the last few weeks, which has been somewhat aggressive in nature. Still my fasted cardio now, took my fat burners. As you would have seen before, drank my litre of water, which is a bit of a daily morning ritual. Test my blood pressure as well. I didn't record that though. Yeah, now it is time to jump on the treadmill on a slight incline at about 4.5 to 5 kilometers per hour.
Or I tell you,
so this is my
amazing
cardio
fueling
choice today. Done and dusted. Average heart rate of 115 beats per minute. Because I'm nice and sweaty as you can tell now, it's time for a shower and fill number one. What is going on, guys? So as you would have seen, that is my typical morning routine. But I figured I'd just go into explaining a little bit about what has been going on the last few weeks, or I suppose the last 1 to 2 months, because it's been a minute since my last video. I've been dieting recently. I started cutting about 5 weeks ago, quite aggressively, might I add too, and recently also hired my first bodybuilding coach, which I'm really excited about, and I've enjoyed thoroughly so far, even though it's only early days. We've only been working together for a few days at this point, but have my first check-in with him due tomorrow morning, because he's in the UK, I'm in Australia. I want to submit it to make sure it's on time, so I'm doing it a day early. Yeah, basically up until a few days ago, I was coaching myself through this deficit phase. Started at 110 kilo, and I'm currently, as of this morning, I've dropped a lot of weight this week, I'll tell you that, but I'm 101 kilograms. My stage weight at my first bodybuilding show and my conditioning, there was a lot to be desired. Like, I was nowhere near lean enough at my first bodybuilding show that I did. Even though this is just a normal cutting phase and not for any real purpose, I'm already lighter, and I would always say leaner than my conditioning at my first bodybuilding shows. I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. So that is a net loss of nearly 9 kilograms. I'll put the conversion in pounds up on the screen here somewhere, over a 5-week span. I haven't really had any high days, however, since hiring my new coach, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later in the video. He has given me 2 high days to have on the weekends, one on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday's a rest day, so I can really maximize the recovery benefits of the high day on that day, but Saturday is a leg day, so it's going to help me fuel a really good session in my opinion, and I'm really excited about today's session. So up until this point, my low days, pretty much since I started the deficit, I just went full hog into a big calorie deficit, have been about 300 protein, about 250 carb and 40 fat. My new coach recently lowered them to 300 protein, 235 carb and 30 fat. I'm doing, as you would have seen, 1 hour of fasted walking every morning. I'm also doing a 40-minute cardio session, moderate intensity, steady state, 2 times per week on my 2 rest days. That is on top of the 1 hour AM fasted walking on an incline treadmill. So a lot of energy expenditure. Steps are at 15K average per day at the moment. Started at about 10K average per day at the beginning of the deficit, and I've just slowly titrated up. But definitely conditioning wise, body weight wise, this is the best I've probably ever looked, to be honest, and I'm really excited to see how lean I can get, like for no real reason other than I'm just really curious to see how dick skin shredded I can basically get. I started this week, just to give you some ideas, 104 kilos body weight. I'm currently 101, so I've dropped a tremendous amount of weight, and I'm interested to see what my new coach basically has to say after I submit my first check-in tomorrow. seasonings of choice for my breakfast meal. And everything bagel seasoning. Not too much of this though, because it does contain calories. Okay, so these are the supplements I'm taking every morning at the moment. Basically, I've got liver support, kidney support, fish oil, vitamin D3, men's multi, niacin. Also got some vitamin C. I've got some glucose disposal agent, or I should say berberine and growing colony, things like that, just for my high days, not for my low days. And then I've also got some omega-3s and one digestive enzyme. A little bit of a quick tip: if you're an enhanced bodybuilder, even if you're not an enhanced bodybuilder, if you just want to help manage your cholesterol levels, garlic is actually quite effective at doing that. So I put powdered garlic on pretty much all my food, and that is how you make perfect eggs. Steam the top of them. Okay, so obviously being a high day, the main difference with today versus my normal days of diet is just I've got more carbs. So pretty much most of my meals that I consume today are ones that I consume on my low days, just with rice added to them. Now what I've done here is last night I prepared 2 days worth of rice. So I got 400 grams of uncooked white rice and put it in the rice cooker. And so that way I don't have to worry about having the exact amount weighed out for each individual meal. I know I'm the only one consuming rice out of this rice cooker over the next 2 days. And so I've just batch cooked the 2 days worth for the 2 high days that are consecutively back to back. And I can just guesstimate 1/8 of this out into the 4 meals that I have each day. Like I said, nice and runny, perfect. Okay, so as you would have seen just there, that is meal number 1. Breakfast about to go down. I'll put the ingredients and the macros up on the screen right about now, over there. And yeah, I'm gonna dig into this and watch a little bit of this new show that I've been watching called School Spirits. It's got one of the lead actresses out of Cobra Kai in it, and it's about this high school girl who dies in her school somehow, and so she's stuck there in the afterlife, and she has no recollection or memory of how she died or what killed her, and apparently that's really abnormal according to the other students that are in the school who have also died in the past. All the supplements down the hatch there. When all you've been eating for the last 5 weeks is vegetables, eggs and meat, and then you add rice, it literally tastes like crack. So I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this meal, and I will see you for the next meal. There's a bit of a there you have the finished product. There we have it. Like I said, the finished product, basically just a protein shake poured over some cereal. I'll put the, again, ingredients and macros up on the screen in the corner and dig into this. And then I've got to meet a friend at the gym at 11:15. It is currently 10:10. What's that? 20-minute drive. From that, I've got about 10 minutes to eat this, so I'll dig into this and see you at the gym.
Question. What do you do when 97 pops up out of nowhere?
Got my bandana on. Here's some small steps. So usually don't like having any pre-workouts of any sort, but this has very small amount of caffeine in it, so I don't mind. It's more of essential amino acids, so more just for the taste than anything. If you've ever had Hubba Bubba, bubblegum, it tastes like the grape Hubba Bubba, and yeah, really nice. Okay, so sugar-free Slurpee. First time trying this from 7-Eleven. They've got a few different flavours to choose from, but only one at this store. So 6 carbs for the entire jumbo or mega size one. Pretty good. Not too bad actually. Definitely gotta try these, even though they're not on sale. Okay, so I was going to be having Cocoa Pops for my post-workout meal, but I'm super excited to try these because I absolutely fucking loved Tiny Teddies when I was a kid. I'm probably honestly gonna have to go half and half with the Cocoa Pops and the Tiny Teddy honey cereal here because the fibre is quite high and I'm trying to limit my fibre intake on these high days. Okay, so it is now, I'm finally home from the gym, grocery shopping, and having my post-workout meal now. So don't have a lot of time left, so I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to dig into this, watch a little bit more of my TV show that I've started watching, and dive into a little bit of work. I usually don't work on weekends, but I've got some emails to respond to, so I'll do that. And that is the life of a online coach. Even on your days off, sometimes you just have to do a bit of work. But what I'm going to do is, just eat this, enjoy it, definitely, and yeah, I'll give you a taste test because I haven't had this yet, and I really am looking forward to the Tiny Teddies. Like 10 out of 10 for the crunch factor, and it's pretty tasty, to be honest. But obviously there's a lot of shit in here, so it's hard to kind of discern what is the actual flavour of the tiny teas and what is the Cocoa Pops, the protein powder, and the blueberries. But it definitely does taste good, I can assure you that. Glucose, it's just a glucose disposal agent. Again, if you eat a normal amount of carbohydrates and a normal amount of food, you don't need one of these. But if you're having a high day where you're shoveling in a lot of carbs, or a lot more than you used to, or if you just are susceptible to like digestive issues, it's handy to have one. But it's not going to be a game changer. I just want to point that out. I don't think getting a glucose disposal agent is going to turn you into Ronnie Coleman or something like that. It's not. Emails are all done, and now it is time for a snack. I also got this the other day. It turns out my Rode Wireless Go 2s shat themselves. I thought they were just playing up, but I took them in and there was no luck in fixing them. So $420 later, I've got a new set of wireless lavaliers, and I'll be using these for my informative Instagram reel. Okay, so this is my snack. 4 thin rice cakes, 25 grams of Macro Mike almond protein powder, vanilla buttercream flavor, 25 grams reduced sugar strawberry jam. Because that was so good, I'm having another one. Okay, so I just figured I'd do a quick sit down clip for this video and explain what I was going to explain earlier, which is to kind of shed light on the coach that I hired to basically take the reins from here on out for my training, nutrition, supplementation, and that sort of thing. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. However, I've been quite hesitant because I wanted to make sure I made the right decision. I wanted to choose somebody that I personally gelled with well, who I saw as not only a good coach, but also a decent human being. And after, I suppose, lurking on the socials and watching him for quite some time now, I decided to hire Leon from Physique Collective. And we're only a couple of days into working together, like I said. However, it's a decision that's sat incredibly well with me. I honestly do think that it doesn't matter whether you're a coach or just an athlete or both. Like myself, I'm a coach and an athlete, of course. I think in order to really maximize your potential and be your best, everybody does require a coach. And it really does allow you to just have that second opinion, that objective feedback that you don't usually get from friends. Friends will always tell you look good or you look better than you actually do. However, a coach, if they're a good coach, they'll always be straight to the point with you. And I really want to see how far I can take bodybuilding, and in order for me to do that, and also to be able to be 100% present with my clients and my athletes, I think it's good to just alleviate some of the burden that I've placed on my own shoulders, i.e. handling my own training and my nutrition. And it also helps me challenge my own biases when it comes to coaching methodologies and things like that. I definitely do think that if you're wanting to become a better coach, not only do you have to study and constantly upskill in the academic sense, but also upskill in the sense of working with a coach and challenging your viewpoints and your deep-rooted beliefs around training and nutrition principles, just the overall methodology of coaching. So this paired with these, some of this, and this is going to be dinner. And that is the final product.
Please don't make me tell you that. Just let this one go.
Okay, so the final meal of the day to clock off my macro targets. I've got 400 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt, 200 grams of blueberries, some isolate protein, just some hydrolyzed whey, turned into like a protein slide, and then 4 thin rice cakes with 20 grams of almond protein powder and 30 grams of low reduced sugar strawberry jam. And I will take the last of my daily supplements. Yeah, that is the end of this video. I'm not going to record myself eating this. I'm going to enjoy it, put the camera down, and get ready for bed. So if you did enjoy it, guys, or if you'd like to support me, just give the video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for future content.